to university. I'm not sure who is, but I think it's still very helpful to know what kind of things to prepare for ahead of time, even if you're not somebody who is applying to universities right now. I think it could be um, I'm in 12th grade, nice. It can be very stressful to go through applying to universities alongside having to keep up your grades, your extracurriculars, and having to do everything else. So today I'm here to share some of my tips and things that worked for me, especially with writing essays and personal statements, which could be very vague and like you don't know how to tackle it. So I wanted to come here today and share what helped me. And at the end, I was also hoping to do a small 20 to 25-minute sessions where we can all write a personal statement on a prompt. And I will also share my answer to a prompt that was given to me. So it was a question that I answered. So yeah. To begin, my name is Manal. I'm in second year studying computer science at Carleton, and I just started Shopify's dev degree program. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy ride, and honestly, I'm just so excited to learn. And although it's been like extremely busy, it's worth it. So today we'll go through some of the basic application requirements, things to expect, things you can prepare for, so a lot of the basic information. And then towards the middle, we will talk about like tips and techniques, how to turn the experiences and your achievements into like good words and how to write about those in essay form. And at the end, we'll do a personal statement writing session where we get to practice writing a statement and hopefully um, read it to each other. So this is just the components that are expected of you in like supplementary applications. They're pretty common if you are preparing for one for like Ontario universities. So just to start off, obviously basic information that is needed of you. This is the information that can be found when you're like just in your OAC account. So like your name, contact information, your school, things like that. And then obviously they also collect your grades, any standardized tests that you've taken before, all of those. And then they want you to also talk about or include the things you do outside of the classroom. So extracurriculars, the clubs, any sports that you've done, where have you done your volunteer experiences? Have you taken a part of like leadership roles? Were you like vice president or president of like student council or things like that? And then another important thing is the essays or the personal statements, which can be huge, which is I think is like one of the most important. Is this is a huge opportunity for you to share what motivates you, what have you gone through in experiences, what have you learned from those experiences, and they might just give you like a general tell me your life story or very specific prompt that they want you to talk about. And depending on the program that you apply to, a portfolio is also something that might be needed of you. So programs like arts or design or other creative fields, you might need to submit a portfolio. And another thing could also be interviews. For the program that I'm in right now, I had to do 3 rounds of interviews, with the addition of like personal statements and essays, and yeah, with also resumes. They really want to see the work that you've done and the skills. So, and additional materials can also include and can be specific to the program and the university that you're applying to. They might just ask for other extra things. And this is where it's really important to research and explore the program and the university that you're applying to so that you know all the instructions and things that you do need to prepare for. Um, also really important to understand that each university and program, they have different prerequisites and application deadlines. So keeping track of those and always knowing that there's so many resources for you out there. Guidance counselors, go to them. Their main job is to help, and they're really knowledgeable about those things. So contact like the admissions office for program specific questions, or and don't be afraid to ask questions. Now, tips and techniques for writing personal statement questions or answering personal statement questions. So whenever when I saw like some of the questions that I had to answer, my mind was like completely blank. So the first thing that I did before even writing as the essay, like the essays or like in paragraph form, that's very helpful is to jot down all the experiences or that match the question. So just in point form, this time, this like I did this, I did that. Those are three different ways I like that shaped or like that answer the question. And then from there, you can just, even without writing like an essay form, you can think about that experience and deeply dive into how does this answer the question. So when I went back and I was starting to edit, I made sure there was like a strong hook so that I can grab whoever's reading my essay. It could be surprising fact, relevant quote, anything. Um, and the second most important thing I think that you should do for any personal statement is always to tell a story, because whatever experience or achievement that you have, it's a story. So it's very important that you always describe those experiences very well with like vividly with very good descriptive words, and make it so that whoever's reading it is actually going through or experience with you. And with that also comes being specific and concrete. Avoid vague statements and generalities. Don't assume the person already knows that about you. You want to tell them as much information, obviously, the good details, and provide specific examples and details to illustrate your points. Show, don't tell. I'm sure we've heard of that a lot ever since like elementary. Use descriptive language and sensory details to paint a clear picture. So before you start answering, you also want to reflect on your growth. When discussing challenges or failure, focus on how you overcame them and the lessons that you learned. They really admissions committees value resilience and personal growth. Try to think less of what they want to hear or what you think they want to hear from you or what makes a successful like answer. Think about your experiences and how that makes you how that makes you different, because everyone is different and you don't have to try to be somebody else. Just be authentic and talk about your experiences. And then once you've done this, you can align the program goals, something you can search up and look for, and connect it back to how you meet those goals, and how the values of the program you're applying to connects with your experiences, and show that their offerings are perfect fit for your application. And then thirdly, you can highlight transferable skills. Discuss the skills and qualities you've developed through your experiences, and how they will benefit you in academic and future career pursuits. Show enthusiasm. Expressing genuine enthusiasm and passion in the field that you're applying to is important. They admissions committee want to see what are you excited about and your chosen path and why it's something that you want to do. Um, and with that, balancing humility and confidence. Show a balance between humility and confidence in your writing. Acknowledge your achievements while remaining humble and open to growth. Obviously, you want to talk about all your achievements, but leave room for improvement, leave for room to learn and grow from everything. Stay organized. Organize your essay with clear structure. Start with an intro that sets the stage, followed by the well-structured paragraphs, include with a strong closing statement. And last few things, once you're actually ready, once you're actually like written your essay, you always want to edit, proofread, and get lots of feedback. Revise your essay multiple times for clarity, grammar, and spelling. Seek feedback from your peers, teachers, and mentors to catch any errors or improve the content. There's a lot of times where I've written stuff and just made so many mistakes and assumptions, and it's really helpful to have somebody take a look at that for you. And this is something I've already touched on, but be authentic, be yourself. It's very important that you showcase who you are and try not to be somebody else, because what makes us unique is very special. Now I want to do the personal statement writing session where we take time to, with the tips and techniques that we just talked about, answer a prompt that was one of my questions that I had to answer. So one of my questions was, reflect on a moment when you faced a failure or fell short of both your own and others' expectation. Despite your great persistence, what are some of your most important learnings from your failures that you have experienced? So this is an example of a personal statement that can be given to you for supplementary applications. And yeah, so I was hoping we could spend like 25 minutes and share what we wrote. And at the end, once we've shared, I'll also share my answer to this question also. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty good.